Namaste and welcome to the channel. Today's video is about my beloved national football team, the Indian national football team. But it's more of a criticism oriented video for Igor Stimac. Now, I've been defending Igor Stimac for a very long time. Not on YouTube, but outside with the people who criticize him, my friends, my colleagues, people who I talk to, have conversations with. But now I agree with them. Now I'm at a point where I'm saying that once SAF Championship is done, if we don't win it, if we at least don't get to the final, Stimac should be out. Of course, AIFF have given him a new contract and he might stay after that, but keeping him and rationalizing this decision to keep him or rationalizing his decisions as a manager is now beyond me, is now beyond my football understanding. In this video, I'm only going to talk about the last match, not about the last 2 years, not about the last 18 months, not 6 months, last game against Bangladesh. The first match of the SAF Championship, a championship which in India should win every time this happens. India should every time win the SAF Championship. We should undoubtedly be the best South Asian team without any sort of excuse, so that we can think about Asia, so that we can sometimes think about qualifying for the World Cup. But we are not even good enough to compete with South Asian teams. We were playing Bangladesh in the first match of SAF Championship. Excitement was there, so much optimism was there because India is expected to win it, India is expected to dominate South Asian football. Guess what? We are not even good enough to win one game. We are dropping points against 10 men. 10 men. So let's talk about the last game. India played against Bangladesh in the first match of the SAF Championship. As I said, the starting lineup was very good. When I saw the starting lineup, I was very excited. I was impressed. I was like, yeah, that's the sort of starting 11 I want. There was a good balance between attack and defense. The right players were picked in the right positions. Although I do think Sunil Chhetri should have played as a striker and Brandon Orsal as number 10, but fine. That much variation is something Stimac must have thought. First half, India were excellent. We dominated Bangladesh. In the midfield, we were better. Anirudh Thapa was excellent. He was everywhere. Every second ball, every duel he won. He won the ball. His ball retention was excellent, and then he played to the guys. Udanta Singh down the right side was excellent. His run to get to the byline and then picks Chhetri with very nice weight on the ball was excellent. In that goal, Manvir's movement to create space for Chhetri was excellent. And maybe that was part of Igor Stimac's idea when he picked Manvir as a centre striker and Chhetri as a number 10. Liston Colasso was India's best player yesterday. For me, he was the best player yesterday. Every time he got the ball, the Bangladeshi defense were terrified of him. Every time he got the ball, bang, foul. Every time he got the ball, they were fouling. He was so good that Bangladeshi defender had to put his arm out and stop him from his waist, bring him down because it was a goal-scoring opportunity. And because it was a clear goal-scoring opportunity, because the defender that brought him down was the last man, he was shown a red card. The right decision, the exact decision that was right for that sort of foul. Liston was so good. First half over, India leading 1-0, brilliant performance, very excited for the second half because I thought we were so close of the second goal that we would get that goal in the second half. Now, the problem begins in the second half. Now, I'm going to ask you some questions regarding Igor Stimac's decisions in terms of his substitutions, and if you do have rationalized footballing answer to these questions, then please comment down or mail me or message me on any of the platforms whose links I've put in the description. As I said, India's best player yesterday was Liston Colasso. The second best player yesterday was Udanta Singh. And the third best player was Anirudh Thapa. These three players were instrumental in everything India did good. Of course, Chhetri was brilliant, but he's brilliant in every game. And that's very important for us. Now, the three players, Liston, Udanta and Anirudh Thapa, the first substitutions right after this first half, Anirudh Thapa was taken off and Brandon Fernandes was sent in. That is probably the most sensible substitutions out of the next two or the three that I'm going to mention here. Bangladesh was sitting so deep that we needed more guile, more creativity, and Brandon gives you that. So putting a more creative midfielder probably made sense. Fine. The next substitution, Liston Colasso off. Liston Colasso, who made Bangladesh go down one man, was substituted and Apuya was put in. So now Apuya played in the position where Thapa was playing originally and Brandon was playing down the left-hand side. Brandon has got no pace. Not a criticism. He has got no pace. He is a central midfielder or a number 10 who creates chances when he plays centrally, when he's more involved. He cannot play down the left-hand side, especially when you've got a defensive left back. The balance was so bad. So now, Apuya was doing what Thapa was doing, and Liston and Brandon was in the place where Liston was there, but Brandon cannot do what Liston does. Then the next substitutions, 4 minutes after the Liston substitution, was Udanta. Udanta was taken off and Rahim Ali was put on. Now Rahim Ali was the striker, Sunil Chhetri was the number 10, and Manveer Singh, who was on the right side. Suddenly, from a very dynamic and fast football system, India now were playing a very cagey, very sluggish, very slow football, because suddenly every player that was on the pitch was central. Rahim Ali, striker. Manveer Singh, he is a centre player. He is not a winger. He's a central striker. Sunil Chhetri, a striker. Brandon Fernandes, a number 10. So 4 players who were attacking were all central players. So they all like to come inside. So who will feed them? Who will put the ball in the box? The fullbacks? The fullbacks that India played yesterday were defensive fullbacks. Pritham is a defensive. He's a very good fullback, but he's a defensive fullback. Same for Subhasis, very strong defensively, but cannot go and put crosses. If you want to have an inverted winger, then you have to have an overlapping fullback. Play Seriton down the right side instead of Pritham Kotal. But no, we want to play defensive fullbacks and then we don't want to have any wingers. So everything that India was doing right was coming through either Liston or Thapa or Udanta. All of these 3 were taken off, and 3 players with all sorts of different skill set were put on the pitch, which absolutely stopped India's attacks. India were not progressive anymore. It was so slow, it was so predictable. I've spoken with a lot of anger in this video, I know, and a lot of people are going to say, oh my God, how is he an Indian football fan? I am a lover. I have this unconditional love for Indian football that tomorrow, when they're going to play against Sri Lanka, the second game, I'm going to forget all these anger and I'm going to sit there, listen to the national anthem, enjoy it, and then support the team and the manager wholeheartedly. But I'm going to do that then because I've got this unconditional love for the Indian team. But I need someone to explain me Igor Stimac's substitutions, Igor Stimac's decisions during matches. And if any of you has rationalized footballing answers, then please comment down or mail me. Of course, some of you could say that, bro, you're just speaking on YouTube, you can say anything you want. Stimac is there under pressure, he is in the game, he knows more than you. Of course, all of this is what I agree with. I agree with you if you say that, but that is not the answer. I want footballing answers on these substitutions. When everything is going right, why you want to disrupt it? Do you want to save the energy of the players? But you're just 1 goal up. You're saving a player for a game by sacrificing the points in this match. What is the point of it? India were not 4 goals up. The substitutions that Igor Stimac made looked like we were 4 goals up. We were just 1 goal up. We conceded when the opposition was 1 man down. And we couldn't create any chances because we lost all the balance. All the balance of attack and defense, the connection between defense and attack that we had in the first half was absolutely killed by Stimac's substitutions. I'm so angry. I just cannot get any ideas or think about a reason that makes sense about these substitutions. So please, I will sign off here. Of course, this has been very angry video and I don't usually make videos like this. But it's very hard for me to understand as a fan or as a football person the kind of decisions that Stimac makes. So if any of you has an answer to this, then please comment down. If you have an idea, if you want me to make any video on a specific topic, then please comment down. I will be glad to hear your opinion about anything. And if you disagree with me, please let me know. I would love it, because I like when people disagree with me. I like to hear more ideas, because I'm looking for explanations. I want explanations for these decisions that Stimac makes. If you can make it make sense, then please make it make sense. I'll catch up with you again after the Sri Lanka game. Until that, have a good time. All the best. Jai Hind.